Hello there. Hello, everybody. Hey, Karen, girl, you are looking fabulous. When I tell you, I love looking at your pictures on IG. I'm so happy for my Sora. Hello there, everybody on Periscope. Y'all caught me eating my red vines. Listen, let me teach y'all something. Red vines are the real licorice, not those Twizzler things. Red vines. Yes. So, one of my friends brought me a whole pack to enjoy. Hey there, glad to see you. Good stuff. I see everybody jumping on. Good stuff. Hello there, first timers. Thank you, Karen. You got to make it to P3, Karen. All right, go ahead. Of course, invite some folks to join. If you're on Periscope, hit the buttons. Hey, Steve, glad to see you on, son. Any events in the Midwest soon? I got a few things going on, not my personal events, but where I'm speaking. Hey, Clarissa, so good to see you, daughter. P3 registration, February 1. Yep. Hello there, Pastor. Glad to see you on. All right, share. Let folks know that we are on. Let me do my own sharing. How about that? There we go. All right. Give me just 1 second. I enjoyed your church chat. Oh, good. Thank you so much. We had a good time. Glad that you jumped back on. I won't be long. I take care of my parents, and I know they're gonna be a little antsy, ready to go to lunch. So they're gonna be like, "What is she up there doing?" All right. So let's get started again. Thank you guys for everybody that joined me on Church Chat. That is still posted if you want to go and view that if you missed it. But now we are talking about, I've got a teaching for my entrepreneurs. I'm still praying about what I'm calling this session. So for now, it's just my session for entrepreneurs. I am Coach Robin, and I am so extremely blessed to work with entrepreneurs, teaching them how to monetize their online presence, how to take even their gifts, their callings, and their assignments and monetizing them. Y'all saw Popware scoping the other day. Oh, Lord. But anyway, yeah, he was probably on there trying to see what was going on. But anyway, and so I have a group called the Boss Academy, in fact, so I'm super excited. Any of my students that are on, glad to have you on. And then, of course, my P3ers. Those are people that attend my, my retreat for entrepreneurs. It's called Pray, Plan, and Prosper. It is November 29th through December 1st here in Atlanta, and you do not want to miss it. It is a retreat that is well balanced with prayer. It is a retreat well balanced with planning, and then it is a retreat well balanced with prospering, right? So anyway, I can't get into kind of what we do, but just know you're going to experience all three of those things when you attend P3. So November 29th through December 1st. Registration opens February the 1st. So you do not want to miss it. But let's talk. I'm super excited. Today I want to talk about being consistent. You know, Monday mornings can be so hard, particularly for entrepreneurs. Why is that? Because it reminds us that we do not have someone standing over us, commanding us to get up and go to work. It reminds us that we have the ability to say yes or no as to what we're going to do for the day. All the best laid plans we control if we're going to do them or not. And so one of my heroes, one of my fathers in the faith that I absolutely love is Bishop Ivy Hilliard. And one of the things that he taught me that I've never, ever forgotten, and that is the definition of compromise, or one of the results if you compromise. And he says that if you compromise your process, you will in fact compromise your results. When you compromise the process, you compromise your results. So that's why I'm always focused on being consistent. I want to make sure that what I focus on, I've been teaching I taught my P3ers back in November at the retreat, that their assignment for 2018 was their success. Meaning that's what they needed to focus on. If they consistently focus on how they can be a success, then their businesses will grow. You cannot take on the assignment of your success and then not be consistent with focusing on it. Things, success just doesn't happen. Excuse me, I got a little hair strand. In my eye. One of my students is on Periscope, and she says she met her January goal. I gave them financial goals that they had to meet. Absolutely. If you're going to stay connected to me, then you have to experience results. If you do not experience results, then we're not going to stay connected. I don't just carry around extra weight. Y'all already know that, I'm a voluptuous girl, right? I already got all the extra weight I need, right? I don't need your weight too. So I am here to work with people that want to grow and experience success for themselves. So welcome to all my first timers. I see you. Thank you so much. I see you, Carrie. Glad to have you on. Pastor Sellers, glad to have you on as well. So if you compromise the process, you will compromise your results. So Monday mornings, I'm up 12 noon. I'm on doing my church chat. 12:30, I'm speaking to my entrepreneurs. I cannot decide that I am now going to do this on Wednesdays. I gave you my word a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, this is the new schedule. Well, in order to be able to do this, there are certain things and protocols that I have to have in place so that I'm able to achieve the results that I want from even doing these trainings. And so, yes, Cedric, you're right. I teach how to schedule your wealth. And that's a part of the process, is to be consistent and to not compromise your processes. So let me share this quote with you. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. No. Success comes from what you do consistently. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. Success comes from what you do consistently. All right, so write that down. Those of you that hang out with me regularly, you know you need something. A lot of you tell me that you have your Robin journal. So grab your Robin journal, your Robin notepad, whatever it is, and I want you to write that down, because that's something that you need to stay focused on, right? Your commitment to being consistent is going to play a key role in your ongoing success. Hey, Wade, glad to see you on as well. So here are some things that you can do that I actually follow and I believe to stay consistent. So if you are ready, I've got quite a few points for you. So again, get ready to take some great notes. Number one is never tell yourself I'm not motivated. That is the total opposite of my confession of faith. I always say that I am ready and I'm eager to achieve my goals for the day. Because as a result, I'm able to experience the increase, the overflow that I need to live a blessed life, that I need in order to be a blessing to others, that I need to be able to bless the kingdom. See, that's why, again, you got to come to P3, because I teach you about your confessions of faith. I just don't believe in the whole affirmations thing. I believe in confessions of faith. And so that's why you never want to start by saying, I'm not motivated. Don't do that. That is a cop-out, and it opens the door for the enemy to come in and to just take a residence in your spirit that today is going to be a total bust. All right? I know that, when it comes to exercising, I don't always feel like it, but I don't tell myself I'm not motivated to do it. I say I am encouraged, or I am going to exercise because my body, my health, it matters to me. I want to be able to have the energy to go the distance, to have all this success and to do all of this work, and then not to be able to live, to enjoy it. That would be such a shame, right? So don't tell yourself that you're not motivated. You have to acknowledge that your choice is, that the choice is yours to be consistent. All right. Number 2 is you have to recognize that you have to build momentum one step at a time. You've heard this before. It takes up to 21 days to create, Lord, what am I trying to say? It takes 21 days to create a habit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. With that said, don't beat yourself up that if on, the 3rd day you were a little bit late doing what you set out to do. Just do it, right? Hey there, Pastor. Glad to see you on, sir. Yeah, it takes 21 days to form a habit. So I want you to, free yourself from that bondage. It's really, we do ourselves such a disservice when we tell people that, XYZ experienced overnight success, because that's probably not true. Most people, it takes years to begin to experience the level of success that's worth noting. You hear me? It takes years for them to achieve the type of success that's worth noting. That's why I love it when I see posts on Instagram that says, stop talking about what it is. Hold on, I got to get my plug. Stop talking about what you're doing and just do it, right? Just do it. So that way, my grandfather, he wasn't a preacher, so he didn't always say preachery type stuff. So he used to say, let them smell my smoke. Yeah. And what he meant by that was, yeah, you can see and you'll be able to smell the results of what I do, based on, hold on, y'all. I'm having some issues. Let me get this right. My Instagram is not happy with me. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I know what to do. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Got it. Right. So stop all of that, trying to tell people, this is what I'm doing and this is what I got going on. It's nothing to talk about, right? Until you can really change lives and be a baller in the kingdom, you probably should just continue to have a seat and keep working while it's day. Yes. All right. Number 3. You should always have a plan B to be consistent. So you'll see sometimes I'll post on Instagram, here's my temporary office for the day. If I have to get my car serviced, I'm not going to let the fact that I have to go and, the dealership where I take my car, they have a beautiful, work area for their clients. And they have, computer stations. They have all of that. And so if that's the case, I'm not going to let, because something unexpected may have happened with my car and I've got to take it to the dealership, throw my whole day off. I just pack up my laptop, my iPad, whatever it is, and my plan B is to do it from the dealership. You all have seen me throughout the years. I've done Periscopes from Krispy Kreme. I've done it from airports. I've done it from hotel lobbies, whatever. I have a plan B that I am willing to implement. And because I travel so much, I literally have I have a second set of supplies that I need to function as Robin. So from toiletries to curling irons to notepads, books, all that stuff, I have a whole separate set that stays in a suitcase, because that call could come, right? That, the White House or whatever needs me, and I don't want to have to say, well, I need to run back home and it's going to take me an hour to pack. No. Everything I need to be me is already in the suitcase. All I got to do is grab a dress or two. And listen, I may not even do that. I may just have to wait to where I'm going and then get me a little something when I get there. Regardless, right? So you want to make sure that you have a plan B, that it is in place, and that you are prepared. All right? Number 4 is have a morning ritual. If you want to be consistent, have a morning ritual. That's right, Shantae. She said Queen moves. But have a morning ritual. Know that in order to get your day started, you have to have, whatever, cup of coffee, glass of ice water, orange juice, whatever it is. I'm blessed to take care of mom and dad wear, so I always make sure I go down, I have breakfast with them, then I come back up and I'm in my office and I'm doing what I do, and I don't come back out until, lunchtime. Even though I work for myself and my office is in my home, I don't take my laptop downstairs and sit on the couch and turn on the TV. Well, one, I'm not able to be productive with noise in the background. My team will tell you that I make them crazy when we all work together, but I have to have complete silence so that my mind can think and focus on what the assignment is at hand. So I'm very consistent. They will tell you when they're here with me in my home office, I am at my desk working. There's no TV on. There's no radio on. There's no other screens open with gossip blogs. I don't do that type of stuff. Not while I'm working. I stay consistent so that I don't compromise my process, and I in turn don't compromise my results. All right. Number 5 is focus on and take responsibility for your processes and not the potential results. I say this all the time to my entrepreneurs. Don't do things out of need. Don't do that. Don't do things because you need to make some money. Don't do, because it really makes you seem desperate, and you'll do things that you never thought you would have done. So do things because you want to be a blessing and you want to see lives changed. The financial rewards that will come, that's just the benefit of the seed that you planted in the ground. All right. I had somebody recently, actually, the Lord has really been quite kind. I've had quite a few people that have been sowing seeds into me financially. You all have never heard me go on Periscope, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, and say, sow a seed into me, and then you're going to get XYZ rewards. I don't do that. But God places it on the hearts of the people that connect with me to sow seeds into me. Hey, awesome, right? But I'm not one of those that's going to get on here and say, this is great teaching, and because I don't charge you for it, you should sow a seed. I'm not going to do that. Now, people may say, we want to bless Coach Robin, and so let's do it, and, what's your PayPal? Then I gladly give it. But I don't do this out of a need. That's why I'm consistent with teaching free, right? I tell people all the time, oh, I want you to coach me and mentor me. Well, I don't do the mentorship thing because I don't really have that kind of time. I do coach, but I charge for coaching because it's my occupation. Okay? But you can connect with me through social media and get just as valuable input as you would, as what you think you would, me being your mentor. All right? So, focus on and take responsibility for the process. That's why I try to be excellent with everything I do. You all can see I've got tons of printed notes here. I didn't just make up some stuff and put it on a notepad. I type out my notes. I stay again, I'm consistent with how I present to you all. I always make sure I look nice. I've got a nice background. There's nothing in the background that's distracting or noise or anything like that. I keep my lips, lipstick on, all that kind of stuff. It just matters to me. I know there are people on here that, don't care about all that. And hey, baby, if that works for them, have at it. But that's just not my style, right? I learned that from you, Facts. Oh, thank you, Karen. You are awesome. So that was number 5, right? Okay, number 6. Woo, this one is powerful, you guys. Let go of old self-images. I know that you were somebody else in the past. Hey there, Felix. Glad to see you on my success, son. I know that you were we all have a past. But let the images of the old you go. All right? There was a time when you may not have cared. There was a time when you showed up late. There was a time when you would just kind of present yourself any kind of way, and people accepted you for it, right? But let go of those images, because the level of support you got back then, listen, your new level of support will far succeed that. It will far outweigh it, because people appreciate excellence. People value it. So let all of that go. The person you used to be, even if you have people that try to remind you who you used to be, there's no reason to beat them up, chew them out, because they're trying to remind you from whence you came. All I do, I respond and say, woo, God has brought me a mighty long way. And you leave it at that, because it's not up for debate. because only I know how far God has brought me. And baby, I celebrate by myself. If I got to pick him up and put him down a 1-step, 2-step on my own, then that is what your girl will do. Oh, honey, I can have a one-man party. And that's how you have to look at it. Don't let people hold you hostage to what was. That's when I teach about Ruth and Naomi. Everybody talks about Ruth and Naomi, but they don't talk much about Orpah. Orpah was the other daughter-in-law whose husband died. And see, she's not in the story because Orpah went back to what was. Oh, but that's not going to be our truth. We are going to do what Ruth did. We're going towards what is to be. Yes, what's out there for us now. We want to hear the voice of God. We want a relationship with him. That's why she went on with Naomi. And we, of course, know the end of the story as to not only that she got Boaz, but we know her lineage that she produced. All right. So don't be Orpah. All right. And then let me see. I think I got one more for you. Number 7 is use reminders. I love this. You all see here it says she believed she could, so she did. This one says dare to dream. And that one says queen of everything. I have reminders. I have signs around my office. Let me see. I've got a really nice desk area. Well, I'm not going to turn in all that stuff, but I have a really nice setup in the corner of my office that's really pretty. Why? Because I deserve it. I tell myself that I'm worth it. That allows me that when somebody approaches me that doesn't treat me like how I want to be treated, or they don't see my value like I do, I got to cut them loose, right? It's nothing about being arrogant, but it's just about in knowing and believing who you are. And so that takes, you have to sometimes consistently speak into your own life. David encouraged himself, right? So you have to set reminders. Look, let me show y'all this. I can show you this. I have this globe. I have a small globe over there. I have a third globe. Boy, because I'm reminding myself that what I'm doing is global. It's international. I expect to be speaking in Africa. I expect to be speaking in Europe. I expect to be speaking all across the world. So when that phone call comes and they say, well, listen, we want you to come to Brazil, I don't want to hesitate. I want to be able to say, oh yeah, that's in South America. Yeah. So I've got myself surrounded with reminders of who God said I am. Absolutely. I have beautiful flowers. I have candles. My candles are beautiful. They are in, let me show you this. I can show you this one. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on, y'all. I got this actually as a gift, but I put it on display because it was so pretty. I love getting candles that are presented nicely. So this is from White Barn. It's a mahogany teakwood candle. You all know that I'm a Joe Malone girl. Those of you that hang out with me, I have a full little setup in my bathroom area of all my Joe Malone products. I like, Tom Ford cologne. I have all of that, right? And it's set up really nicely because I fully expect that whomever I'm with, they're going to value me like I am. So, and then of course, I have my sweet little picture of when I was like 6 years old, or I think I was 5. This is my kindergarten picture. But I keep this on my desk as a reminder of my adult self to my child self as to what God promised me, right? And I always want to make my young self proud, right? So set reminders so that you know why it's important that you're consistent, all right? Thank God that God is consistent. His word never changes, right? He's the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. We've got to be, if we're his children, if we are kingdom representatives, we have to take ownership of that part of his nature, right? We want to be the deliverer. We want to be the healer, right? But we also need to be consistent. I hope I'm helping somebody today. Yes. So being consistent is so important to your success. All right. Hey, Chuck, glad to see you on. So listen, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me on today. Thank you to all my newbies. If you are not following me, if you're not on my email list, I need you to text me so that you can join my email list. It's so simple. All you do is text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. Again, text my last name, W-A-R-E, to the number 22828. Now, one of the things that I'm working on with this launch, for 2018, I have some high goals. I mean, some far-reaching goals. And typically, let me tell you, I have a team, and I'm really blessed with the team, but I already know that we're not going to be able to achieve my dreams with our abilities. It is going to take God, right? So that's how you know that it is a God thing. And so, of course, I solicit your prayers as we continue to walk this journey. But I'm sharing that to say that I want you to be consistent, be committed to what it is God showed you is for you. Make that your priority. This is 2018. One of the things we're working on for my vision was supposed to come to pass April 1st, and it's going to happen by February 1st. And in fact, I'm believing God is going to happen today or even tomorrow. But nonetheless, before February 1st, that's 2 months ahead of time. Why? Because I know that God has trusted me with this assignment. And so I want to prove him right. I want to prove to him that he made the right decision. All right. So thank you so much for sharing that. What is it that God assigned for your life for 2018? I know some of you are like, it's the 29th day of January and I've already given up. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Because you've not remained consistent to your assignment. See, we're like little kids. We pick stuff up, whatever's bright and shiny, and then when it begins to lose a little bit of its shininess, we set it down. Then we get convicted about March or April, and then we pick it back up for May. Then we take off the summer, June, July, August. Then we start looking at it again in September, and we say, oh my goodness, I don't want the year to end and I haven't done this. So then we start looking at it in September, and then we start prophesying. Because we begin to say, maybe God didn't really tell me to do that for this year. So I'm going to put some stuff into motion so I can kick it off for next year. That's not how God works. All right? There's so many scriptures that I could share with you. And we know them. That's what tickles me when I work with my entrepreneurs that are faith-based and they start giving me excuses. Dr. B taught me this: an excuse is nothing but a crutch for the uncommitted. I tell them, you're just not committed. You are just not committed. That's why when I sat in church Sunday, and anytime I sit and hear a sermon, I take notes, because I sit there with the expectation that God is going to drop some sort of knowledge, some sort of revelation in me that is going to help me employ my faith for what he told me was mine. All right? Yep, good stuff. Thank you. She said, I'm so right. The way I broke down how we do ourselves during the year. And when we were at P3, again, save the date, November 29th through December 1. But when we were at P3, and I told them, I said, listen, your assignment for 2018 is your success. What that means is you're going to have to go back. I said, you got a whole month. You have to go back and you have to explain to your family, to the people that you typically support, that things are going to change come January 1, that you were going on a sabbatical from them. Yes, because people will allow you to carry them as long as you allow them. I do not feel the least bit guilty by not being in position for my friends, because I have been honest with them and I let them know when I'm able to be a part of the team and when I'm not. They know that 80% of the time I'm not. The 20%, as long as it's available, the time on my schedule, then I will be there. And they're so trained that they'll call me and they'll say, listen, this is something we really want you to be a part of. So let us know your schedule. And then I try to pencil it in. They don't make me feel bad because I'm not available. In fact, they celebrate my success. God bless you. Thank you for being on with me. They celebrate my success. I have team members that text me the morning before I go and speak prayers. I have a bishop that calls and leaves me a voice message with a 2-minute prayer speaking into my life. I'm telling you, those that you surround yourself with, those people assigned to you, I'm telling you, they will prove if they were supposed to be permanent connections or temporary connections. And those that fall by the wayside, so long, bye-bye. Yeah, because sometimes people, the relationship is just for a season. Yeah, and you have to know if it's a season or if it's for a lifetime. And it's okay. The older I get, the better I become with that. All right? Good stuff. Thank you so much, Maurice. So, who do you need to go to and say, listen, starting February 1, I'm going to do what I should have done January 1, and that is make my success my assignment for 2018. Yes. So I hope that I've encouraged somebody on today. I hope that literally your faith has been elevated. I hope that you even understand the power of your words, understanding how to blanket the atmosphere with everything that you need for your survival. Amen. So as entrepreneurs, know that there's no limit. I always say this, the sky is not the limit, your faith is. All right. Thank you, Queen of my Castle, for being on with me today. Make sure that you are following me. Make sure you do my text to join so that you are made aware of what opportunities I have coming up. 2 things. You could take advantage of my 5 days to a 5-star brand. You're going to get an invitation to do that, as well as you're going to be notified of an upcoming live event that I have. So you want to make sure you are on my list. So any questions? Any questions? Any aha moments? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. Thank you, Sunshine Through Me. Love it. Good. Thank you for hitting me up by text. Awesome. Motivator Network. I love that name. All right. Finally, Sean J. Glad to see you on. Pastor Cash. Glad to see you on. Good stuff. Keep a pencil on my schedule. Absolutely. Good. You better know it, Felix. What are some tips we can use for combative family or people who don't understand? Oh my goodness. We don't have enough time for me to give you everything, but let me give you these like 1, 2, 3 punches. Shantae, put the scissors up because you know I'm coming cutting. Absolutely. That's exactly what you need to do. That's just confirmation that people that are combative, they are not in this with you. They are in it only for them. Yes. People that want to see you win, people that want to see you grow, people that want to support you, that's what they do. They sit back and say, okay, let me know how in this season I can support you. You're going to lose friends. It's okay. That just means their season is up. God made that choice for you. It's just a matter of, will you listen? See, I got the kind of friends that when I'm not hearing clearly from God, they say, girl, we need to fast. Yeah, we need to fast. I don't need the type of friends that say we need a shopping spree. No, I don't want you to help me spend my money. I want you to help me make my money. All right? Yes. And then, free them. That's point number 2 is free them. Meaning go to them and say, hey, I really appreciate everything you were to me in the past. And obviously I see that, you're not on board, or it doesn't appear that you fully understand the new space that I'm operating in. And for that, I'm good with it, because I'm believing that God is going to increase your level of understanding. And let it go. Don't walk away. Don't walk away mad. Don't treat them funny. Don't do any of that kind of stuff. Absolutely not. All right. And then, of course, number 3 is continue to confess your faith, that the people that are in your circle, that they're going to support you, that the people in your circle love you, that the word of God is true, that you can have whatsoever you want, that when you speak to a mountain, it shall be moved. If that mountain is a person, if that mountain is even your job, that it shall be moved. So put that faith into action. I'm telling you, that word of God, it contains everything that you need when it pertains to winning. All right, good stuff. Thank you for that question. Anybody else? Good stuff. All right, Dramont Collection, I see you guys on. Good stuff. Are you settled for next month? I am, yes. Colleen, thank you, sweetheart. I am Dr. Jerome. No, I am D. Jerome Watson. Glad to have you on. All right, any other questions? Yeah, you'll be amazed at how God can use you when you have the resolve to be fully submitted. See, I think, again, a lot of times what we do is we do a whole lot of lip service. Yeah, but we got to put our faith into action. And, having faith doesn't just mean like saying nice things to people. No, it means doing and saying nice things to ourselves. All right? So be okay with that. Favor comes with persecution comes with favor. Yeah. So people aren't always going to be like, yeah, they're going to persecute you. That to me, that's just confirmation that I'm on the right path. Yep. I was out of town this weekend. I lost my phone. Really, the housekeeper stole it. But the Holy Spirit convicted her to such a point that she turned it back in. Yes. And so a friend had stayed back, and so they flew back to Atlanta, so I got my phone back that night. But I had sowed, I made a sacrificial seed. I mean a sacrificial offering, a seed that hurt, right? At the event I was attending. And the prophet spoke that in 48 hours I would have a sign that God received my seed and that my situation that I'm believing God for is going to change. And the fact that that housekeeper stole my phone, the very tool that is my number one employee, you all know I teach this, that my first employee is my phone. Yes. The fact that she tried to steal my number one employee was confirmation for me. And the fact that she had some sort of conviction to turn it back in and that God brought it back to me, woo, baby, I was rejoicing. Absolutely. I was rejoicing. So I encourage you, be true to who God says you're to be. Walk out that assignment, but you got to start. Don't let the start stop you. You got to get going. So take these next 2-3 days. February 1, I want you to kick in. You guys know my change jar, I've got a couple of them, but you all know I teach this, that to schedule your wealth, you got to have a change jar. This is not only to collect change as in money, but it is to, as an example, something that you can touch that's going to change your situation. Yes, all the money you deposit in here, at one point it is going to accumulate to be enough that you are going to use it to invest in yourself, either buying a product, buying a system, paying for registration to an event, buying an airline ticket, whatever. That change bank is going to be the living example that you need to change your situation. God bless you guys. All right. Bye-bye. Good. I'm glad you needed this scope. God bless you. I knew you were going to say that, Cedric. I'm hanging up. Bye-bye.